The idea of a flower is you're taking the big circle, which is called a 0-petal flower, and within it, you're putting other petals. So what you just did was you did a 0-petal flower like this with a 2-petal flower on the sides, which is why it's different. Because what I was doing was I was maintaining a 0-petal flower. Then the second distinction I would give you is when I did this, I was in the same direction. When you were doing this, you were in opposite direction. And then the third distinction I would give you is when you did this one, you were on the front plane. And when I did this one, I was on the side plane. So we could do an opposite direction flower on the side plane. So you're coming from overhand opposite and you're going 2-petal and then all the way around, and then 2-petal and then all the way around. Now, if we took that from the butterfly and you took your left hand, you did a takeout behind you, you held it there, and then you turned your body 90 degrees. You would be facing in the opposite direction to the side plane. Now from here, if you just stop your right arm for a second and just do your left arm is going to do this big swing like this in underhand, right? And when you're doing this, this is where these Pilates drills can be really helpful. And let's put down the poi for a second. The idea of the Pilates drill is to use the mechanics that you would use in Pilates to help propel the poi. So the idea is you're going to have you're standing with your knees soft, your earlobes are over your shoulder, over your hips, and over your heels. And then the exercise that we're going to do here is coming from left hand underhand, right hand overhand. So the arms are going to go like this. So let's do that together. If you start here on the side plane, left hand will be underhand, right hand will be overhand. Earlobes over shoulders, over hips, over heels, core muscles tight. You're using your powerhouse muscle to shift your body like this. And then as you move your left arm forward and your right arm back, so the two of them are going to be, I call this the titty drill also because you do T, I, T, I. So you're making the letters titty. I mean, I guess I could call it the it drill, but it's not as funny as titty. And then you're doing that thing, right, which is appropriate. As your left arm goes back, your left hip goes back. Then you come back to neutral. As your right arm goes back, your right hip goes back. And you keep going through that. And what you're doing is you're using the hip to help propel and support the motion of the arm and the poi to help get the poi around the circle without injuring your shoulders and to give you more power through the motion, which will allow you to have more tension on the cord from the handle all the way down to the poi head. Yeah, okay, now let's do the opposite version of that. So the opposite version of that would be where the right arm goes forward. And actually, let's, for consistency, we'll face this way. So the right arm will go forward like this and underhand. The left arm will go backward like this and overhand. So it's the same titty drill, you just end up there slightly differently. So it's sides, top, sides, down, sides, top, sides, down. And you want to try and move through it a little bit faster than you're moving through it if you want to mimic what would actually be happening with the poi, because you're not really going to get your poi to move that slowly while you're doing a 0-petal flower, unless they're really, really heavy. Yeah, okay. Let's try it now, one arm at a time. On this side, left hand is underhand, right hand is overhand. We'll do the left arm first. Let's just do 5 reps of this underhand giant with the left. So 1, left is underhand. Yes, so 1 and 2, and look forward, 3 and 4 and 5. Good, now let's come down and do the right arm. Right arm's an overhand, and it's going to go like this, back behind you first. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, now let's start both poi in same time. The left one is underhand, the right one is overhand. Left is under, right is over. And then the left is going to go forward while the right goes back. And when you're ready, I'm going to go on 1. I'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. And now on the 1, bring them both around. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. And as your right arm went back, you opened to the right, which was appropriate. What you did was you stopped so that you did a petal here, as opposed to pushing all the way through and carrying the momentum through just a 0-petal giant. If you're feeling like you're struggling with maintaining the plane on the side plane, a couple things that I would say, and it looks like you were struggling more with your left hand, And it looks like what your left hand is doing is it's, instead of being here like this, it's drifting to here. What you could do is you want to try and rotate the shoulder out a little bit. And then, have you ever bowled? Imagine that you're bowling straight ahead down the lane in front of you. Okay, and then more wrist and a little bit more speed. You did this. You went to the top to here, and then you came back down, as opposed to opening over the top. Opening over the top. Yes. The left one is underhand, the right one is overhand. They're in same time. Now, what we're gonna try and do is, when you're ready, at your leisure, when you feel comfortable, try and get them both to go all the way around in one circle. Just one circle. One circle. This looks very simple. I don't know that it's necessarily easy, especially when you're first trying this opposite direction side plane stuff. Next, we're gonna do a different drill. Take your poi like this and wrap it around your hands so that you're holding your balls. Yes, so I should have said, just grab your balls. And from here, we're gonna have the left one still pretending to go underhand, the right one still pretending to go overhand. And what I wanna do is have you go at a quicker pace through this same thing that we did. So I'll count off. On the one, we'll go 5, 6, left goes under, right goes over. They both go at the same time. Neither goes first. They both go together. 5, 6, 7, and sides, top, sides, down. That fast. Sides, top, sides, down. Sides, top, sides, down. Sides, top, sides, down. There we go, there we go. Don't decelerate when you get to the top. Accelerate as you're going over the top. Notice how your arms are pushing through that horizontal point and lifting to the peak as they come back down. Lifting up to that peak, and then you come back down to the bottom. Okay, now try it again with the poi. Let's do it. Left poi is underhand, right poi is overhand. When you're ready, from same time. So that left one has that bowling sensation. You get the two of them going at the same time. They hit the bottom of the turn at the same time. And then we'll try the extension again. We're going to do a different drill. I want you to spin your right point overhand like this. So we're still working with this side plane, still in opposite direction. The right poi in overhand, not the left poi. Right hand. So we're still doing the same direction. We haven't changed direction. And then the left poi, what I want you to do is in underhand, just keep the right one spinning right there, and then take the left one and do that while the right one's spinning. We haven't done that while the right one just keeps going. Just do a big circle with the left one while the right one stays down here. Okay, now watch me. Remember, what we're doing here is we're just doing this big circle, big circle. So when you get to the top, remember to push back and then scoop underneath like you're coming back down to bowl again. Back down to bowl again. Back down to bowl again.